If you are someone who wants to be more flexible, especially if you want to do movement like the split, straddle, or backbend, make sure you watch this video where I share with you my movement philosophy and why I think it is safer, more efficient, and more encompassing than traditional trick-based training. Let's dive in. Hi, I'm Selina from MoveMedics, here to help you move better, feel better, so you can keep doing what makes you happy for as long as you want. I want to start by sharing with you where my movement philosophy comes from. I'm a physiotherapist, so it comes from everything I know as a physio, plus my experience as a clinician working with people on their pain, injuries, and performance, plus my personal movement experience, which really only started in my 20s. That was when I did my Pilates training. I spent a few years taking adult hip hop classes, and then a year or so of yoga classes. And in 2007, I fell deep into pole dancing. And that was when my interest in flexibility training started, because in pole dancing, the more flexible you are, the more tricks you can do. I was having so much fun pole dancing and I just wanted to get better and better. And I thought to myself, well, what can I do here? And it occurred to me, you're a physiotherapist, right? So why don't you apply your physio self to help your pole dancing self? And that was exactly what I did. And that led me to start my pole physio blog, and also the beginning of me looking into the research in flexibility training and studying up on everything I could get my hands on in the subject. And then I started formulating methods of training that is safe and efficient. Eventually, I started teaching classes at my own clinic, and that gave me real-world data that allowed me to keep refining and developing and refining and improving. So, after 20 years of being a physiotherapist and over 10 years in research and development, this is my movement philosophy. I believe that flexibility training is really movement training. Your objective is to improve your movement capacity. Movement capacity is a term I use to describe your overall ability to move. It has 9 elements, and they are mobility, strength, balance, proprioception, coordination, endurance, neuromotor control, skill, and knowledge of movement. When you have high level across all these elements, you have high movement capacity. When you have high movement capacity, you have better movement options. So the movement you want to do and the shapes you want to make, they become available to you, as opposed to having to chase that trick and then I have to chase that one and then chase that one. Take the splits for example. Working on the splits doesn't magically give you the straddle. It does not transfer like that. However, if you focus on your movement capacity, not just in your hips, but your overall full body capacity, once you have gained sufficient capacity, your legs can then have the options to do both. This is why I say this is a more efficient and encompassing way of training compared to trick-based training. So in a nutshell, improve your capacity, have more options, so you have the freedom to enjoy the movement you want, the shape you want, when you want. Sounds good, right? So this is a brief introduction on my movement philosophy. There's, of course, more to it. And there will be a series of videos coming up where I get deep into each of the elements and explain them in details. I will also introduce you to other key concepts in my movement philosophy, such as movement spheres, movement zones, and we must talk about your brain and movement because, spoiler alert, if your brain doesn't think a space is safe, it is not going to let you go near it. Not going to happen. So all that is coming up. So what do you think so far? Have I piqued your interest? Are any of these resonating with you already? Do you have any questions for me? Drop them in the comments. I would love to hear from you. If you have found this interesting in any ways, please give this video a like. It really helps to grow this channel. Also, make sure you share this with your friends who are also wanting to become more flexible. And before you subscribe to my channel, so when those videos come out, it will pop up on your home screen. And until then, thank you so much for watching and be free in your movement.